A new study shows doctors may soon be able to diagnose a common disease related to concussions. And according to the New England Journal of Medicine, researchers found elevated amounts of protein in former NFL athletes. News 8's Jordan Fremstead spoke with a local sports medicine expert to find out more on what the study means for the future.
Martha, in that study, researchers compared the brain scans of more than a dozen former NFL players and compared them to men of similar age who did not play football. Now, experts say the high levels of protein they found in those athletes could be the first step to identifying CTE while players are still alive. But local doctors say there are still many unanswered questions.
Increased knowledge about concussions is casting a dark light on America's $14 billion industry.
There's always the inherent risk in a contact sport.
A new study published in the New England Journal of Medicine shows that a dozen former NFL players had high levels of protein that could be used to diagnose the problem in living athletes down the road.
There's a protein called the tau protein in some of their brains.
However, Dr. Scott Escher at Gunderson Health System in Onalaska says an actual diagnosis for CTE is a long ways away.
We don't know that the protein here is the cause for the CTE. It could be just a marker.
He says there's still a lot to prove with this disease.
Some of the people with higher levels had no symptoms. So again, we don't know what causes the protein, and we don't know if this protein causes the symptoms.
New information about concussions is generating a lot of questions regarding whether children should even be participating in football.
Football's getting a bad rap, maybe rightfully so, but I don't think we can just blame football.
He says wrestling and hockey produce a higher rate of concussions, and it's more common to suffer a head injury riding a bike.
Only 20% of concussions in kids that are teens come from organized sports.
UW lacrosse football coach Mike Schmidt says his program had one concussion last season.
Some of that's luck, but a lot of it's just the techniques and really how we've implemented legislation to help the game.
He says it's not fair to compare the NFL to what happens in other levels of the sport, including youth sports.
A lot of this is on NFL players that are playing at the highest level with the best athletes in the world running into each other.
There's no simple answer to CTE yet, but the adjustments are being made to find a breakthrough.
A study from the Journal of Adolescent Health in 2014 showed children who participated in youth sports were more likely to have fewer symptoms of depression, lower stress, and higher self-rated mental health as young adults.
All right, thanks a lot, Jordan. And coaches with UW lacrosse football programs say the game has never been safer with the new ways that coaches are teaching their players.